tell y'all? You tuning into the best morning show on the globe. It's Bradham and Emery in the morning, y'all. LeBron or Jordan, either one when I'm performing. Crossover, buzzer beater and I'm scoring. Bradham and Emery in the morning. Every play they on it. Every day I'm balling. Who's the coach? Who's the GOAT? Like Brady and Belichick, best show on the globe. And they embellish it. Y'all pin Zippy, I'm Ken Griffey or maybe Mahomes. I stay in the zone, whether man to man or play in the zone. They can't stop me. Mayweather boxing, Curry with the shot, man. We just the best to be. Can we have our SB, please? This was meant to be. Every morning with Bradham and Emery.
Yes, sir. You know the vibes, Bradham in the morning.
It's before noon. It's before noon. It's before noon.
Yeah. Bradham, we're in the morning today. Marques, Brown, Justin, Emery.
Yo, it's a shame that the most hilarious part of this whole episode is going to be seen by no one, and it's the private chat that you and I had pre-show.
Yeah. So let's begin. I think you got it. I mean, I know the Eagles are underway. Yes, in Eagle City. Everyone's excited about training camp. But you got to start with the Phils. We got to start with the Phils. Phils right now on absolute in fuego mode.
Yeah.
They're in God mode right now. They are absolutely on fire. I don't give a flying bleep that they're playing the Marlins or the Nationals. Anytime you sweep a 4-game series is impressive. And oh, by the way, in that stretch, they were 9-1, and they did play the Braves in that stretch.
Well, hold on. It's even better than that now. We're now 11 out of 12.
It's even better than that, my friend, because
what is it?
If you go back to
about a 13,
that was a lot of pitchers there. I just had to go through to get to the stat. If you go back to June 1st, the best records in baseball are the Dodgers, the Braves, and your Philadelphia Phillies. Your Philadelphia Phillies since June 1st, 40-19.
Yeah, man.
June 1st. Absolutely rolling. And, with something that seemed a little laughable, if you go back to a month and a half ago, it's not probable, but it's plausible. That's catching the Braves.
I think that's a potential. More than
but you go even further than that. What happens is you got the Mets this weekend.
You need to take 5 of 7 if you're going to make a run at the division.
I agree, but is that the way they're playing right now? Can you?
Yeah, but the thing is, the Mets are a great team, though.
I agree.
The difference is like they're beating up on now. When you're playing good and you're hot, like when you're hot, you're hot. It just is what it is. When you're hot, you're hot. There's no two ways about it.
Right.
But there's a difference between pounding the AA Nationals and the Mets. Like we're talking 2 different weight classes.
Right, but again, the Braves have been in there. They played the Braves and played them quite well.
Yep.
I like it's not something you can like. Well, my point is this: is it probable? Absolutely not. But it's something you got to start thinking.
It's still mathematically a possibility.
Right. I mean, they got some work to do.
I don't enjoy the back-to-back matchup of Scherzer and DeGrom.
No one enjoys that. I was just
that's going to be the real benchmark. So,
I was thinking about this the other day.
What's up?
The last 7 years of pitchers that have gone through the New York Mets, how have they not won multiple World Series?
Mets go to Met.
Like you got DeGrom, Harvey, Syndergaard, Wheeler, now Scherzer.
Yep.
Like absolutely insane pitching.
Yep.
And they still they can't figure out. Well, I think I said this before that park they built ruined David Wright's career. Like I believe you build a ballpark based on what you want your team to be and who you have currently. The Mets didn't do that. And that's why and they built this cavernous ballpark with your best player, doesn't have it's not a home run hitting park, and your best player is a home run hitter and a pool guy.
That's why
caverns out there in Citi Field.
I mean, that's why the right field porch was Ryan Howard's best friend.
Right.
And Chase Utley's best. I mean, that stadium made Chase Utley a power hitting second baseman.
Right. Yeah, and Ryan Howard had power at all fields, and he hit some some
Yeah,
monster, some bomb.
Yeah, the thing is if Ryan Howard could hit a right field home run without even really hitting the ball,
Right, he was so that's what I was going to get to. He's so strong that he hit some monsters. Everyone remembers the one of Mike Messina that went basically out of the stadium.
I remember I watched that on TV. It was a day game and that happened.
Brett Meyer's reaction to it might be my favorite of all, where he just mouth open, just what did I just see? He hit some crazy ones off the brick wall in center field.
I was in high school when it happened. I came home, I flipped on the TV, and it was almost immediately I flipped on the TV, it happened.
Yeah. He hit some monsters off the brick wall in center field, but yeah, he could just poke the ball to right field and just get over the fence off his pure strength alone. But anyway, it's just I was thinking about that. It's amazing the Mets haven't won more with the pitching they've had. I know they've had these guys had injuries.
Also, I feel like more so in baseball than other sports, ownership.
Yeah.
Because in the NFL, you have a salary cap, NBA salary cap, other sports salary cap. You have to put X amount of money into the team and all that. In baseball, it's the owner's discretion how much they feel like spending on the team. So I don't remember who was the Wilpons. Did they own it before Steve Cohen bought it?
I believe so. Yeah.
They didn't care about it at all.
Right.
They didn't care about the Mets at all whatsoever. And then Steve Cohen, who makes his own money, prints his own money. Mm-hmm. Those of you out there listening, if you didn't know, the show Billions, Axel's character is based off of Steve Cohen. Now, I don't think it's a coincidence that he takes over and the team now turns around. I don't think that that's a coincidence.
Yeah. But it'll be fun. It's just fun to have these conversations now that they're competing on these levels. They're now if they catch the Braves and get that first wild card. Now you get the home games in the wild card, which is nice.
And Marcus, did you hear the log to the fire thrown on the NL East rivalry yesterday?
Please enlighten me.
From Keith Hernandez?
That's gone off the grid yesterday.
Oh, well, let's just say I'm very glad that Jerry did not. I'm very glad Jerry did not help Keith Hernandez move. Let's just start with that, okay?
As he shouldn't. They weren't good enough friends. I keep telling you can't ask that request if you're not good enough friends with someone.
No.
And as we get older, in my 40s, none of my friends should be asking me to move. I'm retired. If you can't hire movers, you can't afford to move. Leave me alone.
So he's obviously now he's like the John Kruk.
I moved a year and a half ago. I actually lift the box.
No, you got movers. We've been over this.
Exactly.
Your move is meticulously documented in an April 2021 episode.
Yes.
Okay.
If you want to go back and listen to how it should be done, go back and listen to it.
Meticulously. Like you haul out there, he might have put you out of business.
Yep.
He ain't hauling. I can tell you that.
I'm not hauling anything. No M haul.
So Keith Hernandez, who is essentially the John Kruk for the New York Mets.
Yes.
Said, actually, you know what? I blame. Give me a minute to find the audio. Just ramble for a second. Let me find it.
Yeah, so it's exciting time to be a Philadelphia Phillies fan right now, and this is kind of what we've been waiting for. It's pretty much a slam dunk. They're going to make the playoffs. It's kind of where they're going to fall. The Cardinals have overtaken the Central. The Brewers are free falling right now. So you don't really have to worry about them as much as they're just. It doesn't look like this is going to end anytime soon with them. So Phillies are in a great spot right now. I'd like to see them catch the Braves, of course, to get that number one wild card.
Mm-hmm.
And you're getting contribution from guys that you've been waiting for contribution from guys from. Number one, we were hard on him this year, rightfully so, but I got to give my love to JT Realmuto. He is hitting the baseball right now.
He is tearing the baseball apart.
He's tearing the baseball in shreds right now. And we're getting the JT that we were waiting for all year.
Got it.
Got a quote? Okay.
Oh, no, actually the audio.
Okay.
That's what I was pulling up the audio.
All right.
All right. Here is Keith Hernandez during the call last night against whoever the Mets playing last night.
Okay.
I have to go this weekend to St. Louis for the 40th anniversary of '82. I'll join you in Atlanta. And then
what's your excuse the following week?
It's a scheduled off series, and I've expressed to the front office, not the Met front office, our front office of SNY, that I hate doing Philly games, so I guess they gave me to get the series off.
You hate doing Philly game?
Oh, because they always never seem to. Oh, up and in fastball. They never seem to disappoint. I mean, over the years, now they're hot right now. I would like to see them, but as far as fundamentally and defensively, the Phillies have always been just not up to it.
Maybe we can shoehorn you into the schedule now that they're playing well and maybe up to your standards.
Well, we'll see.
Tom, do you think?
What? What do you? First of all, like, whoa, what was he? Had a couple cocktails in there? What is he talking about?
So what he's talking about? So the context of it is that he's asked. So he's not going to be on the following broadcast for the next series that they're going to do for the Phillies, and they're asking him, why are you not on the last one? He goes, well, we had the 40-year anniversary of whatever team he used to play on, so he's like, I'll be there celebrating that. Okay, no problem. What's your excuse for not doing the next Phillies series? This is his answer. Well, I just don't like doing Phillies games.
Because they're not a defensively sound baseball team.
Yes.
Okay. Keith, listen, I hate to wake you up from 1986, but let me explain a couple things. The last team in the world to be talking about this baseball team, even as bad as this team has been in the last decade, are the New York Mets. Do you remember that, the New York Mets? Do you remember the late 2000s blowing historic leads?
Well, let me throw this into to help bolster your argument. Are we forgetting that the Phillies in the last decade had one of the best defensive shortstops in the last 40 years?
Correct. And I mean, you look at that side between him and
Pedro Feliz, Polanco.
Him and Feliz with Polanco over there, and
Shane Victorino in center field.
Yeah, like, I don't know what this man's talking about. Especially the fact you blow a 7-game lead with 17 to play. The year before that, you blow another lead. Like, you get the Mets gave gateway to the Phillies' great run of the late 2000s. It was their responsibility to let us in there, and we took advantage of it. But the last team in the world to be talking about the Phillies is the Mets. Come on, like that's like, yeah, you're having a great year and it's great, but let's remember it is August 10th. Okay, it's August 10th. If history has told us anything, the Mets do not do well in September. So, yeah, that was a dumb thing to say based on, the standings of your squad. But let's keep it going. Speaking of dumb things.
Hold on. Let me give you some updates. He has since locked his Twitter account.
Yeah, as he should.
And I can't wait to see all the fake mustaches in the ballpark.
And it wasn't like the thing is too, it wasn't even good trash talk. Like I'm all for
it wasn't straight. It wasn't really trash talk. It was like just being disrespectful and rude.
Yeah, I don't like covering. They don't play defense.
That's almost as bad as the Dan Fouts comment about Big V. I've told you this before. Yeah. He's doing the thing with I think it was Iron Eagle. He's doing it with, and he goes, yeah, they call him Big V, and the Iron, I think it was, goes, yeah, Halaputa, Vaitai, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And Dan Fouts goes, literally says on the broadcast, yeah, I don't feel like learning his name, so I call him Big V. Like, says it on the broadcast.
Yeah, you can't do that.
That's almost as bad as that. Or like, who was the guy who said all sorts of wild stuff on the Reds broadcast?
Not sure.
I'm not going to repeat those. So I don't feel like censoring them out. Right. But he said all sorts of wild stuff on the Reds broadcast. He got caught on a hot mic. And it was somebody big too. Let me look up who that was real quick. But yeah, Phillies red hot. Except I don't like what I heard about Harper.
Was there a new update? The last update I heard was good.
No, he said his elbow is incredibly stiff, stiffer than they thought it would be, and that he's having some trouble getting loose in the cages.
Uh-oh. Well,
what it is he didn't change his timeline,
Yeah,
but he's not as
optimistic as late late.
like
August.
it looks like more early September than late August.
And that's kind of like I was always kind of in the September camp, and then things started to come out. It'd be a little earlier. But if you can get him back, which they will get him back, I'm okay with waiting a week or two, especially the way they're playing right now. I think they're about 10 games over 500. Obviously, you need him for the playoffs. You need to be as healthy as possible for that stretch, couple weeks in the playoffs. So as long as he can get back for that, I'll be totally fine. But
I was Tom Brennan, by the way, the
Okay.
Reds announcer.
Gotcha.
But he was the one that was like, I don't know if I'll ever be allowed back in this booth, and a long drive deep to left field by Nick Castellanos.
Well, speaking of people making a fool of themselves in the booth, the Phillies are playing great baseball, but we would be remiss if we did not mention Pete Rose in his appearance at the ballpark on Sunday, which was under extreme controversy that he was going to be there. And boy, did he not disappoint in the controversy and the things he kind of put on himself. It starts in the morning, which this doesn't get out till later. Had a conversation with a female reporter.
Alex Coffey.
I'm sorry?
Alex Coffey from the
Yes.
Inquirer.
Over the allegations of the sexual misconduct with the 16-year-old that obviously didn't go now. But, if you're Pete Rose, you have to expect that you're going to be asked that question. He seemed like he was confused while he was even being asked the question, which, I mean, I don't know if the guy still has a PR team.
He does.
I think he would have a PR team at least for the weekend.
He had a handler of sorts.
Not doing a great job handling the man. No good with the handle. Bad hand. This is Miles Sanders' 2019 handle. Better job handling him.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. Okay, so in life, you have two different pop-pops. You have the pop-pop that it's like, hey, I'm going to go over there and talk to Pop-Pop. Your mom's like, all right, go over there and spend some time with Pop-Pop. Pop-Pop's going to spin the yarn, tell you some great stories, give you some great life lessons, maybe some morals in there, some values, tell you how things were back in the day, bounce you on his knee.
Take you out for ice cream and then send you on home. Now
you have the other Pop-Pop. The other Pop-Pop is, hey, I'm going to go spend time with Pop-Pop. I'm going to walk over there with you.
The other, who the other one is? The other one is Cotton from King of the Hill.
Yes, that's just you can't go near him. But it's Pop-Pop or Uncle. No, I'm going to go. No, you can't. Uncle Jim. No, I need to be there with you when you're with Uncle Jim. Pete Rose is that. He falls into that Pop-Pop landscape. You got to watch him at all times. Now, listen, this was I think everyone can see it's kind of a dry run to see how he would do in a Hall of Fame ceremony.
Terrible.
Now, the reporter thing, I can't put that on anyone but Pete Rose. Pete Rose, that was all on him. He's an idiot. However, if you're the Phillies,
exactly.
How in the world do you give this man a live mic when children are watching and it's a family broadcast? Why in the world? I put that straight. He didn't have to go in the booth.
No, did you hear what he said?
Yeah. About everything? Or what he said about afterwards?
No, about being in the booth. He said it on the broadcast.
Yeah, I'm just here. Yeah, he said in the beginning, he said, I'm just here.
Because they told me to.
I had to be.
Yeah.
Who told him he had to be there?
The Phillies.
Why?
Tom McCarthy looks like he saw a ghost.
And listen, I don't think he did it. Tom McCarthy.
What's he supposed to do?
Bro, we're you need to at some point say, hey, it's a family broadcast.
No, he did. He
No,
no, he's not going to say that on the broadcast. He can't. I mean,
no, not yeah. but
Peter, here's what it was.
Podcast.
Remember the night before they had Harper in the booth?
Yeah,
maybe 2 nights before.
Great job, by the way.
McCarthy let Harper talk.
Yeah.
If you hear after he says, I forget after one of the things Pete Rose says, literally he just starts talking over him and just drowns him.
Fastball.
Yeah. And
he dropped an S-bomb in there.
Yeah. I
mean, I don't know. I'm sure it, but I don't know if you're the Phillies how you allow this man to even get near the broadcast. And also another thing they did I thought was weird was that before Pete Rose gets in the booth, you had Greg Lazinski in there. You had Larry Boa.
Mhm.
You had who else was in there? I forget who else was in with them. You had a bunch of guys in there. And then when Pete shows up, everybody left. So it was really just John Kruk, Tom McCarthy, and Pete Rose. What? You're going to leave him in there just by himself to his own devices?
Terrible.
At least if you had all those guys in there, they could have kept a banter going and kept him kind of out of the banner.
Let me ask you this.
It was handled so poorly.
Okay, let me ask you this. Next year, you know what we're doing next year at the alumni weekend, right?
So what's next year? 23?
Yep.
So what anniversary is this?
30.
15 year 08?
30.
30 year of 83.
No.
They didn't win in 83. 30 year of what?
93.
93, right. No, Dijkstra, no. Just for this alone, I don't know that would have done
no.
it.
What about 38?
Oh, man. Jeez, the Phillies have some real scumbags.
What about
they're,
what about 99?
yeah, he did something too, didn't he?
Yeah.
What did he? I forget what he did. He got fired from the LB Network, right?
Yeah.
What did he do?
I'm not repeating what he said.
It might just be Kruk
And Ruben Amaro.
Jim Eisenreich
And Ruben Amaro Jr.
Ilya, Mario Duncan. Those guys. Yeah, but like, how do you do this without Schilling, without Williams? Like Dijkstra, and they're gonna do something nice, obviously, for Dutch Dalton. They'll do something nice for him.
Yeah.
But you can't you can and it sucks because Dijkstra is the corner, really the nucleus of that squad. However, Dijkstra was a quiet guy. He wasn't the personality guy. Kruk was the personality guy. So you got to have him there. Dave Hollins will be there. Duncan, Eisenreich, Mulholland will be there.
Like I said, Ruben Amaro Jr. will be there.
Yeah, but he was nothing on that squad.
Yeah, but they bring the whole team.
They'll have him there.
And the thing is, he's an announcer. He's already in the city. He's readily available.
Yeah.
The fans already like him. He's.
It's nowhere in the world Nails is there. No Nails. I don't know what they're going to do with Williams and Schilling. I honestly don't have the answer to that.
And you can't have both of them because they hate each other.
To this day.
Yes. So if you say you had to choose between one of those people to invite, who do you invite?
I forget what Mitch Williams said. So I know Schilling's a wild man and said some crazy stuff.
I'll be honest with you. The one I'm inviting is Schilling. And the reason is because his talents are the best.
And I think you could probably trust him a little bit more not to do anything wild.
Yeah, like he's a wild person, but he knows when, and I feel like you can trust him more when to be like
he might not want to do it though because he's a hated man these days. Like he might not want to be out there. He might get it.
Did you see what he said about Pete Rose?
No.
Oh, you really were under a rock these last few days.
I've been off the grid.
The thing is I'm going to read you the quote. What he did is he actually commented or replied, I should say. He replied to Alex Coffey's tweet from his Twitter account. And tell me if this is a little odd coming from Curt Schilling. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I say this as someone who knows him, who he treated kindly, but the things he says and his lack of self-awareness are unreal. Hall of Fame talent, absolutely. But a bad guy with literally zero morals or scruples and not a single ounce of couth.
Well, Kurt's problem is he always thought he was morally higher than everyone else. So he's definitely going to say something like that. He's always thought he's been on some moral high ground that no one else is on or a part of. So I'm not surprised that he responded like that. I mean, he's right. I mean, Pete Rose has no self-awareness. Like, this is a man that has a major gambling addiction still to this day.
So you want to hear my Pete Rose story that I don't think I've ever told you? I don't think I've told really any people of it. The time I met him in Vegas.
Yeah.
So I'm at Westgate Casino, where we usually do pre-football kickoff stuff at Westgate Casino in Vegas. That's also the casino that he has a partnership with to do autograph signings. That's how he basically makes his money. He goes there and he signs memorabilia. That's essentially how he makes his money now. He lives full time in Vegas. In case you didn't know, people that he lives full time in Vegas.
Great place for personal gambling edition.
Yes, yeah, he lives full time in Vegas. So I'm walking through the casino. I got my Carson Wentz jersey on, so I got an Eagles jersey on. I'm walking by. Somebody grabs my arm. I turn over. It's Pete Rose. He goes, "Hey, you're an Eagles fan. You're obviously a Phillies fan too." And I recognize him because he's Pete Rose. I'm going, yeah, I talked to him for
yeah, of course.
I talked to him for minutes, but I explained. I'm like, listen, you played like before I was even born. Like by the time you retired, I wasn't even born yet.
Right.
So I'm talking to him, blah blah blah. Grab a picture with him. As I'm walking away, he points out one of the waitresses at Westgate and just obviously you can assume says some pretty, less than
ideal things
about her. And the thing is, he just said it out loud in the middle of the casino floor with dozens of people around to hear this. And I just did. You've seen the stare I just give when I don't know what to say. It's just,
yeah, I'm going to
go now. Like I'm gonna head out.
Yeah.
And that's just, the whole encounter lasted about 3 to 4 minutes.
Right. But he already showed up.
I was just like,
he's still at the age of like 78. He was still running around with like 20-year-old girls.
Isn't he? Is he in his 80s yet?
He's 80, 82, 83, somewhere in there.
I'll look it up real quick.
But I think he's 82, 83, 82,
81.
81. Yeah. He's like in his late 70s, caught with like 20-something-year-old girls.
Yeah.
Like, Pop, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, that's
not
okay.
illegal or what he was doing before.
Right. But, the second part of it, like I said, I blame the Phillies. He never should have been anywhere near the.
There's a brothel in the outskirts of Vegas that has a Charlie Hustle sign outside for a reason.
Of course. Yeah, he's just not. And they could have done all they did with him without having him speak.
Yeah.
Especially after the newspaper stuff goes south. Why do you think now television is a good medium to put him on? And by the way, we're taking everybody out, and we're just going to put Pete in there.
They need to double McCarthy's salary for that game.
Right. Well, it's pretty. It's nice. Like when they all come up and they're eating together and they're kind of just swapping stories. I'm sure for McCarthy that's awesome because it's taking some of the load off him. He's kind of hanging out, letting it flow, letting the guys kind of talk, whatever. Now Pete comes in and I'm just uncomfortable. I know I'm going to hear an earful from my producer. Like the higher ups are going to be upset. And I guess you're right. I guess I'll take that back. But what are you supposed to do really? If you're him, like, how do you crowd it in? I guess if I'm Tom McCarthy, I'm cussing out. Like, why'd you put this man on television? What were you thinking?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What were you thinking? After he said, I don't know. He's not a guy. Like, it should have been. I think also what messed up too is that Tom McCarthy was in that free flowing form because he had just had all those guys on. So he let Pete have that freedom, but Pete didn't deserve that freedom. Like, Pete should have been a Q&A segment. Hey, Pete, what do you think about this? Hey, Pete, what do you think about that? What do you think about this? See ya.
Another thing, why was he like, yeah, I'm not talking about something that happened 50 years ago, but I'll celebrate a championship from 42 years ago.
Right, yeah, which made no sense. Everyone was roasting about that. That made no sense at all, bro. We're here to talk about you're literally here to talk about the past.
So does that mean that I'm not allowed to talk about anything prior to 1989?
No.
Because I wasn't born yet. So am I not allowed to talk, 88 and before I can't speak on?
Well, he definitely, at the end of the day now, he's cemented it. He will not be put in that Hall of Fame until he's 6
in the ground. Yes.
That's when he'll be in the Hall of Fame.
Because here's the thing about it. The most annoying part is that his career is obviously a first ballot Hall of Fame career.
Right.
Without a doubt.
No question.
Like, you can't tell the story of baseball without him.
Right.
That's why he's basically Ty Cobb 2.0.
Yeah.
But you can't tell the story of baseball without him either.
Right. And I guess the only thing they can do is you put him in the Hall of Fame, he's not allowed to talk.
No. Do you invite him?
No.
You just say,
we're going to put you in. We're going to put your jersey. We'll do the whole thing.
Maybe
you even have people come speak on his behalf. Like maybe you do something like teammates he played with or something. Maybe do that. But
but the thing is how do you? I mean, I understand how you do it, but it's the optics are very odd to have someone speak on your behalf if you're not dead.
yeah, but it's an odd situation.
So
I mean, listen, I'm just throwing something out there to make him be able to do it while he's still alive.
they're not. That's not happening.
But it's not happening after this. I think.
I mean, listen, there
baseball,
was some very, very high level conversations Monday morning in the league offices at baseball.
No question. This was a drive. MLB, they co-signed on this. Phillies called them for permission, and they said, "Yeah, let's do it." And the obvious reason was, okay, if this guy behaves himself, maybe we can think about putting him in the Hall of Fame.
Because Rob Manfred is not against it. Bud Selig was adamantly against it. Rob Manfred's not against it. He's just an idiot.
Right. And I don't think anybody is looking from a baseball this isn't the moral police.
No,
it's the moral Hall of Fame. I don't think anyone's against it, but it's just
we've made extensive points that if you're going to moral police the Baseball Hall of Fame, you may as well just close it down.
Yeah.
More so than any other sport.
Because it's like literally a who's who of terrible people.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's again, he's not. It's a wrap for him as far as being in there when he's alive. But I don't feel bad. He's done it to himself. He'll never be invited back to any sort of representation of Phillies baseball at any point in time. I don't even he's literally running the danger of just being kind of unpersoned. He's literally not even being mentioned.
He's persona non grata.
Yeah, that's where it's at with him, and he's done it to himself. But so anyway, back to the Phillies being smoking hot.
11-12.
11-12. Marlins tonight. Noah Syndergaard on the hill. Hopefully, get a better outing from him.
Don't give up 11. That's my advice.
So before we move on to the Eagles, quick question about the Phillies. Right now, you got 3 guys auditioning for the 3rd spot in the playoff rotation. You got Kyle Gibson, you got Ranger Suarez, Noah Syndergaard. Right now, who are you leaning towards?
Not Gibson. Right now, I'm leaning towards Syndergaard because I can use Suarez in the bullpen if I need to, but I can't flip-flop it. I can't use Syndergaard out of the bullpen if I use Ranger as a starter. However, I totally reserve the right over the next 6 weeks to change that if Ranger decides to jump Syndergaard. But I do not see a single scenario how Gibson makes that into the 3rd spot.
Yeah, Ranger has not given up an earned run, I think, since June 29th. And
you have the ace of aces at the top.
Right. And he's starting to pitch again a little bit like we saw last year. And if that's what we're getting, by all means, sign me up. I'm with you. For me, Kyle Gibson terrifies me.
He sucks.
I just don't know what I'm going to get.
I mean, with all due respect, he's not good.
But the thing is, he'll go out there and give you 1 run on 5 hits.
Yeah, but that's great during the regular season. I need consistency in the playoffs.
Exactly.
I need to know what I'm getting. I want
to know.
My blue chippers need to come to the top. Like when the playoffs come, my blue chip guys need to come through. I can't have question marks.
You go back a decade ago, Joe Blanton. Listen, it was 3 to 4 runs. That was what you're getting from Joe Blanton. He's going to give up 3 to 4 runs.
Consistency. I knew
that's
what
why the Phillies.
Consistency.
I think they probably had all the guys in the rotation. They hit for Joe Blanton more than any other pitcher. They're like, yo, Joe's going to go out there. He's going to give us his all. He's going to give us 7. He's going to hang in there. He's going to battle, but he's giving up 3 or 4 runs. We got to score tonight. So the Phillies would always hang a 7, an 8, a 9, whatever Blanton was out there. When Holiday, Lee, and Hamels, they were like, we're good. We're going to try to score, obviously, but we're okay if we don't score as many runs because we know these guys are going to pick us up. Even you had that one year, I think it was 2010, Cole Hamels. He got 0 run support. And he was giving up 1 or 2 runs a game, but he got 0 run support.
Cole Hamels might be the only pitcher I've seen lose more games that he should have won by lack of run support than Aaron Nola.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So with I need a guy like that as my third. I need a guy to be whatever you're doing. You're consistent. So right now I'm leaning Ranger because I think out of the three, Ranger has the most not the most dominant stuff, but he's a guy that could go out there and get you consistent 1-2 run 6 innings. Those other two guys, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, listen, Syndergaard's only had 1 start here, so I'm not going to be too judgmental. But Kyle Gibson to me is an absolute positive no. But we'll see with the other two. But I just wanted to throw that out there. The Eagles continue to roll along training camp.
Do you see that video of Jordan Davis?
Yes. Which one?
Of where he's just makes Cam Jurgens look like he's not there.
He made him dance. Yeah, I mean, listen, I wasn't very excited.
Ike Reese had the best description of Jordan Davis I've ever heard. They were like, somebody was like, Ike, what's it like to see Jordan Davis? He's like, put a jersey on your refrigerator.
That's funny.
I mean, 6'6", 340 with a 4.7.
Yeah, he's terrifying.
Nick Sirianni was like, yeah, he's like, I want you to go back to when you were in high school. He's like, you always had the biggest guys get off the bus first.
Yeah.
The other team's like, oh, he goes, well, that's what he's like, when we pull up, he's like, we send off Jordan Mailata,
right,
Jordan Davis,
right,
Landon Dickerson, right, and Lane Johnson. They're like, you guys, the first 4 off the bus.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
No, that's like not every team's center is built like Kelsey, built like Jurgens.
Right.
There's some bigger centers out there.
Right.
Yeah, he's going to move a guy that size.
Mm-hmm.
Can he do that to Landon Dickerson? Can he do that to Mailata?
Right.
Can he do that to Zach Martin? Can he do that to Trent Williams? No, I'm not saying he can or can't. I don't know.
Questions be answered.
Like there's much difference between bull rushing Jason Kelsey,
right,
and bull rushing Casey Humphreys from the Chiefs.
Right. Speaking of Jason Kelsey,
what's that?
Speaking of Jason Kelsey, arthroscopic elbow.
Why didn't he get this in the offseason?
I think some maybe thought he could fight through, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna be a big deal. They're still optimistic that he'll be ready to go for week 1 against the Lions. That's really all that matters.
Are you concerned about the Lions at all?
No, not a little bit.
Not even with how like the training camp's shaking out compared to theirs. Okay.
No, not no. They're like they got loser juice all over them. They're just loser. They're just dripping with loser juice, and like it's a hard thing to get rid of that loser juice. And like you can be excited, really excited, and have a great training camp, but then week 1, you get down 7-0. The loser juice comes right back to you. That's kind of how I feel they are.
I mean, you can't have too much confidence if Jared Goff is your quarterback.
Right.
So.
Hurts looks good. So you see some nice throws. Again, waiting and seeing about that. But we see
I'm reserving speaking on Jalen Hurts until the regular season starts because nothing he does in practice will change my opinion.
Right.
No, there's no point in me completely regurgitating over and over and over and over the same point about Jalen Hurts. Yeah. I will reserve my comments for him when the regular season starts.
AJ Brown looks like everything is advertised. He's just a monster. Just this an incredible guy to have on the outside.
When
I'll tell you one guy I don't want to hear anything about in practice, Jalen Reagor. Do not hit me with any Jalen Reagor praise in practice. Last year, this guy made one of the greatest catches we've ever seen in practice, but couldn't catch a cold in the regular season. I don't care about what Jalen Reagor is doing in training camp. I literally don't care.
Sucks.
I don't want to hear about it. Like it is what it is.
Now, I'm a little concerned about the Devontae Smith injury, but he's a baller. He's a gamer.
Are you at all optimistic about the Miles Sanders stuff coming out? Do you care about that, or do you put that in the Jalen Reagor thing? Because he's from all people are saying he's looking really explosive.
Here's the thing: The thing about Miles Sanders was never his skill or his ability.
Mhm.
He's a fast guy. He's
Yeah.
strong, well over 200 pounds, 210, 215, 5'10, 5'11. Fast. He's a track guy when he was younger. It was never about him from a physical or a talent standpoint.
Mhm.
Can you stay healthy? Can you hold on to the ball?
Right.
That's the only things for me that he has to. He's good enough to be a franchise back, in my opinion. It's not the skill's not an issue. Your best ability is your availability, and you're not available. You're not available.
Also,
You're not available, and you give the other team the ball.
his IQ for
Yeah.
me has been questioned, a lot. Since I've seen him doing the field, I've seen him get pulled off the field because he couldn't figure out.
It has
how
nothing to
play
do with his
situational
skill or talent level at all.
Yeah. Well, listen, I mean, he's going to be pushed this year by Kenneth Gainwell, I believe. I believe Kenneth Gainwell is going to have a huge year for the Eagles. And if Sanders doesn't get it together now, he's going to find himself not playing a whole lot.
Agreed. Because
And Boston Scott's another guy that,
he's so tiny.
he does the job. He gets the job done. You could talk about his size, whatever, this, that, and the third. He gets the job done. And they trust him. Trust is a big deal. They trust Boston Scott.
Yep.
So, this is a huge year for Miles Sanders. But I guess the word you could use is, encourage is having a good camp. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, listen, if he has a great year, the Eagles will probably win 11, 12 games.
Right.
So,
well, next time we come back, Friday, we'll have seen some Eagles football live.
Yes, we will. And did you hear the quotes today from the coach?
Yes, 1 to 2 series.
Ones will be playing.
Yes, 1 to 2 series from Hurts. So it'll be nice to see them out there for a little bit. I guess my boy Zach, MILF killer Zach, my guy.
You should not be optimistic about the reports out of Jets camp, though.
It started out positive. It's not going that way now. It's no. But listen, it's camp. It's camp. You gotta put it all together on the field. It's not going so well. But the Jets, they're another franchise with loser juice. You got loser juice on you too. It's hard to get off that loser juice.
Yeah. Well,
like when was the last time the Jets were successful? What was the last time we played a decade ago?
Rex Ryan.
Yeah, like the Mark Sanchez Jets.
Yeah.
Bart
Scott.
2010.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It was like, what was it? Bart Scott. It was
right.
Revis.
Curtis Martin. Not the Curtis Martin Jets, or that before them?
I think he may have been before them.
Curtis Martin Jets, Parcells Jets.
Yeah. I think he was too. Curtis Martin is too old for that. I think it was Tom Jones.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
From the family of Joneses.
The law firm of Jones and Jones.
Yeah, and Jones and Jones and Jones and Jones and Jones.
Yeah. So it'll be nice to just like I'm with you. Like watching this game on Friday, it's not much evaluation you can really have, positive or negative, both ways.
Bring me, exactly. Bring me the regular season. I'm saving my things for Hurts for the regular season. I know he knows the playbook.
Yeah.
I know practice and training camps are controlled environment, and I can't see anything from preseason games. So
I think we're getting within like a 5-year window of like no preseason games.
I'm okay with that.
Which is gonna happen is it's gonna suck for those. It's not the start. It doesn't matter for people who are starters. It's gonna suck for those guys trying to make the team. Because you get a better evaluation of a guy on those circumstances.
What you'll probably get is a whole lot more joint practices, though.
True, yeah. Which I'm okay with that.
I'm
okay with that because I'm excited about preseason football for like 3 minutes. If the ball get kicked off, I'll watch a series,
and then
it's like, all right, let me get to the regular season now. I don't need to watch any more of this.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for the regular season. We got a month from Monday. Actually, a month from tomorrow is the Sunday.
Yeah. So I'm ready for football vibes, period. I'm ready for the cooler weather.
I'm not. I like the warm weather.
You like it? You like the hot weather?
I do. I don't like the humidity.
I'm talking about fall, like the fall weather.
Yeah, no, I'm
talking about like 75, 80.
Yeah, I like 85, 90. But I
Nice
don't.
breeze.
Yeah, I like it warmer than that, but I don't like the humidity. That's my thing.
Gotcha.
Take away the humidity,
You're good.
give me the heat.
Okay. Well, I'm ready for the fall vibes. I'm ready for.
You'll be at the tailgate, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, the
Right?
9th. Oh
Did
yeah,
you know we actually have 4?
that's 4 days after my birthday. I'm ready.
Did you know we actually have 4 primetime tailgates this year?
It's been a lot of first. I've never done a primetime tailgate.
2. Didn't we do a primetime tailgate last year?
That wasn't prime time, was it?
Had to have been. It was
Primetime?
weekend. Yeah, had to have been. May have been a 4.
Yeah, I was there. No, yeah, you're right. Because it was like 4 o'clock when I got there.
Yeah.
It was oh yeah. I debuted at primetime tailgate. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I only attend primetime tailgates. I don't go to any other ones. Too early.
I can't do the 1 o'clock ones. That's a lot.
Evan, Gale, they're too early for me.
That's aggressive. I'm looking forward to an Evan cheesesteak though. We got. Why haven't we done? We got to do before the season starts. We got to do a crossover episode with those guys.
Yeah, they
Like a
use
football
we
episode.
use
What are we doing?
I don't know.
That should have happened eons ago.
Multiple times over.
Yeah, like that should be a regular occurrence. We
Yeah.
gotta do that.
We're slacking on that. That's everybody's dragging their feet on that one.
Yeah, we'll do a football episode before maybe the week of the season.
Yeah.
We'll
Now, there's no Saul review. There's no Saul recap today.
Drop the ball.
Marcus hasn't seen it, and oh man, do you need to see this episode?
I'm excited. This is 2 for me? It's 2 left. For you, is 1 left, right?
1 left. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna ask one question. I want you to answer it carefully.
Okay.
Are you starting to see things getting wrapped up?
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay. That's all I want to know. That's it.
Major storylines are coming to a close.
Okay.
And if you thought that last week's episode was left on a cliffhanger,
Serious.
I'll give you the timeline. It appears that we're now to the point of only Gene.
Okay.
It appears the last episode will only be Gene in current time.
Current time frame.
Yes.
Which makes sense. He just like listen. Obviously, I haven't seen the episode, but just he's going to jail. Like he just can't help himself, and like you can't like it's not like I said last week. It's not a Walter White situation where I feel bad. I don't feel bad for what's about to happen to Gene. He's going to jail. I don't think he's gonna die, but I believe he's going to prison. They're gonna catch him because he just can't help himself. And like you got away multiple times. You've done so many things. You're indirectly responsible for your brother's death. You took down the law firm. Howard, you're indirectly responsible for that. You're indirectly responsible for Gus. You're directly responsible for Jesse and Walt. Indirectly responsible for Mike's death also.
Dude, there's so much I want to say right now that I can't.
Going here. You got a lot of blood on your hands.
Like Marcus, this was the episode I think that ties up more storylines than anything else.
Okay, good. I'm excited.
Like all your favorite people are here.
Good. I'm excited.
All your favorite people are here, and a question is answered.
Okay, good. Love it.
And
for me.
And here's the thing: will you? So they do a little hint about so there's a big reveal in the parking lot, but about 2 minutes before that scene, a character flashes briefly on screen, but doesn't have any words. If you recognize that character, a lot of things. Now, like I said, in the parking lot, they then reference it. But if you see the character on screen before that, you're going to be like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
It's
okay. All right. I'm looking forward to diving into that. That'll probably be on the docket tomorrow. Another busy day today. So
it's the episode of episodes.
I'm excited. Anything else we got?
Yeah, I got an embarrassing story you want to hear real quick. So
sure.
I'm at Giant the other day. I'm at Giant at the salad bar. I've talked about the salad bar before, so I'm big fan of it. So I fill up my lettuce, chicken, cheese, all the stuff. Boom, boom, boom. Get everything I want. Get it. Get to the end. Get to the dressing, salad dressing.
Okay.
Okay. I'm real picky about my salad dressing. I don't love every kind of salad dressing, so I'm picky about it. My usual go-to is Caesar. If you have Caesar, you're always getting like that's my go-to. If you don't have Caesar, we'll negotiate from there.
Okay.
So I pull up a bottle, roasted garlic Caesar.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, can't be
All
hating on that. Basically a brand new bottle, 98% full. Like, okay. So I go, shake it up. I don't really hear or feel like the dressing shift around in the bottle.
Okay.
Oh, there must be like an air bubble or something. You know what I mean? So I pop the cap, and you know how you do the little squeeze to like bring it up and down a little bit to break up the air in there a little bit. So I do the squeeze a little bit, make the dressing, shut it again, shake it again. I don't feel the dressing move.
Yeah.
Like, all right, well, I'm not going to eat this unless I get this thing shaken up. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, of course.
So now I put this because I got the salad in one hand, the dressing in the other. I'm looking to hit it like that. So now I'm like, all right. So I put the salad down like on the counter, and I pick up I now have it in both hands. I'm going to now shake it like I'm a bartender.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom. Lid.
No.
Slow motion. I watch this mountain of Caesar dressing shoot in the air. I'm like, no. Shoes, short, shirt, hair, arms,
all over you,
floor, protective casing over the food, everywhere. Caesar dressing,
and that smells like that's good on a salad or a dip or whatever like that. But you don't want that on your body.
It was so much dressing everywhere that the employee felt bad for me and they gave me the salad for free.
And you had to drive home, and that shower pad was different.
I got to the car, took my shirt off, used my shirt, which was already now covered, as a towel, then tied my shoes up in the shirt.
Oh my
Drove home. Didn't even come in the house. Walked right into the backyard and fired the hose up. Cleaned the shoes off. Now I'm down into just my underwear and socks. Spray in the backyard, spraying my shirt and my shorts.
The neighbors had a lot of questions.
Yeah. And by the way, this is all like this time in the day.
Yeah,
12:45 in the afternoon. Like,
you should have went to bed and started over again.
It was
the reset day.
It was abysmal.
And then you're not even hungry anymore. I don't want to eat now.
I ate it.
in silence?
Oh, I was not happy about it.
Yeah, just in silence.
I was not happy about it. I was not pleased. I was none too pleased, Marcus, but I basically was wearing a whole bottle of dressing that day. Like, there was enough that, like, I don't know if the bottle is worth salvaging. That's how much came out of it. I wanted to kill everyone in the store, Marcus. I wanted to kill everybody in the store.
Yeah, that's not good.
Nothing bothers me more than when I hurt or embarrass myself. Like, you know how, like, when you're laying in bed, you drop your phone on your face?
Yeah.
Everyone must die.
Yeah.
Like, when that happens, everyone must die. Two real quick, hate it or love it things I caught this week.
Okay.
Both on ESPN.
Okay.
The Ocho.
I watched the little Ocho.
Air guitar. Did you see the air guitar tournament?
No.
There was an air guitar tournament. Yes. The guy who won it, nicknamed Sticky Fingers.
Okay.
Secondly, and I don't know if we need to participate in this sport or not, Marcus, but have you seen the latest combat sport?
No.
So I don't know what the proper term to call it would be. However, you and I, say we're going to arm wrestle. So we're facing each other at a table.
All right.
Have your arms up. And, you take the other arm and you link the other arm.
Yeah.
Or you link the hands. You know what I mean? So you're not like, So say we were to link hands.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is that once we link hands, they then get handcuffed together. So now it would be difficult for you and I because you're left-handed, I'm right-handed. Yeah. So it wouldn't be fair for you and I. One of us would not have the dominant hand. However, we are now handcuffed together and to the table. So we can't move.
Okay.
Our other hand has boxing gloves. and you're just
Going at it.
swinging on them.
Well, it sounds like a CTE.
Marcus, they were tied together and they're just beating the snot out of each other.
And you just go to someone gets knocked out.
They're just going to town on each other. And the thing is, you can't defend yourself. So both dudes are just getting punched in the face. It's like just wailing on the dude in the face.
No, absolutely not. Am I involved in that? No way.
I might be in, but not to watch. I'm not participating.
Yeah, I want to watch it, but I'm not doing it.
But those are the latest sports that hit ESPN, the Ocho.
I've been actually watching a lot of cornhole.
So
ACL league.
So listen,
I want to be involved.
I was in about a month ago. I was down the shore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in Wildwood. You remember the Wildwood Boardwalk?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That of course. I meant to say, do you remember the Wildwood Boardwalk Mall?
Yes.
It is now not a mall anymore. It is now a giant 3-story tiki bar restaurant thing.
Love it.
Oh, it's great. It's odd. Open air, everything overlooking the beach.
Okay.
I'm there. Boom. Look to my left. Regional preliminary cornhole tournament for that.
Oh, you can get in. Like if you really are serious about it,
you can get in. Yeah,
you can get in. You can enter. The dude that won this year, he won Rookie of the Year, MVP, the entire tournament in singles and doubles. And he's his first year. And he learned how to play watching YouTube.
There was a kid in Vegas. He was like 16, 17 years old. Every Monday we did Monday Night Football at Topgolf, and him and his dad would come out for cornhole.
Mm-hmm.
His dad was decent. His dad himself was a decent player. This kid was a prodigy.
He was just different.
I mean, there would be times where, he would come in from high school with his he'd come in with Gorman High School hoodie on and light up everybody in the bar.
Just kill it.
And it would be to the point that sometimes the organizers would ask him and his dad not to play. Be because it was the kind of thing where you come in every week, just sign it. There would be every once in a while. During the season, I remember, and we only did this during the NFL regular season, no less than him winning 4 times during that season.
Wow.
Including a $400 Yeti cooler.
That's sick.
What did we do wrong?
Yeah, I mean, I was watching. I was like, "This is awesome. I want to do this."
Well, do you have cornhole set up on the mountain?
I do. Yeah.
Is there a reason?
I don't know but now, I was watching commercials. I don't have the Reynolds products. I don't know if I have the right because the way they throw their bags is different than people throw in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
I throw it like a softball slow pitch.
They do
they're doing the spin, and I don't know if my bags can even do that. So, I gotta get the Reynolds products.
Yeah, and what you need to do is you need to dead in the bags. Work them. You know how when you get a baseball glove, you got to work the glove. Work the bags. I made that mistake. I was at a tailgate last year.
Mm-hmm.
On tailgate. These guys were like, "Hey, you want to play cornhole?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I didn't know they would do tailgate next to us.
Right.
Brand new set though. Out of the box.
Yeah.
The bags were boom, boom, shooting everywhere off of it.
Right.
And I was like, you gotta work it. You gotta work them in. Gotta wear them in a little bit. So that's good work out of you. The cornhole. I love. Thing is, cornhole's the game where it's not very many games are as fun watching as it is playing. Right. Cornhole is one of them. You can get it.
I'm learning, and honestly, watching professionally, I was like, man, the skill. These guys, the airmail, them, playing the defense where you're putting it in front, and now I got to throw around you. It's insane. It's awesome. I was getting. I watched it for a good hour and a half on Saturday.
Yeah, once Sarah starts drinking, I can't play cornhole against her anymore.
Because she's just one of those.
I want to catch her when she's sober. Catch her when she's sober so you can win. Because the longer that it goes on, the longer that she can drink, the longer the tailgate goes,
the better she gets.
Yeah, we went to a brewery somewhere near your old place. New brewery opened up. They had cornhole out there. First game we first got there, smoked her. Second game, one closer. I didn't win a single one after that.
It was a wrap.
It was a wrap. But here's the thing: is the score, the gap kept getting wider and wider and wider. So
some people can perform better under a cup of coffee.
Now, were they throwing an overhand in the tournament you saw, or not? Not on.
No, they were doing. It's they're going
kind of like they're throwing side frisbee.
Spinning. Yeah, it spins. They don't do mine. When I throw my cornhole, it's going in over end. Theirs is going spin.
Have you seen the guys who throw it like a shot put, where they're like pushing?
No.
Yeah.
No.
There's like what it is when they do that. It's kind of like like when you're shooting a basketball, like if you're aiming to hit nothing but net, you shoot it a different way than if you're going to bank it, etc. When you're pushing it like that, there's no spinning revolution on it, so you're just kind of like pushing it into the hole.
Gotcha.
I don't understand how it's easy to do that.
That doesn't sound easy.
No, but I've seen people like once it's kind of like it's like the muscle memory. Once you get the motion,
yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Not me though. I'll probably blow my elbow out, do that, and I'll end up with Bryce Harper.
Anything else?
Watch Saul.
Okay, we'll do. Give me tomorrow. I'll have it done, and what we'll do is next Wednesday we're gonna do a whole Saul wrap. We'll do this episode, and then we'll do the series finale.
Yeah, and then we're basically up against football season at that point in time. We'll be
I like being up against football season.
Yeah.
And the baseball pennant race.
I will be very sad if we don't have a Red October.
It's no like listen, I want to be cautious, but why? Like they're gonna have a legendary type of collapse to not get in the playoffs. Like it's gonna have to be like from a legendary portion, not like the last couple years where they're fighting for a spot. 2020 was pretty bad because I think they were in
first place going into September.
And they were in the playoffs with like 7 games to play, and they needed to win 1 and then win something like that. So that was pretty bad. But we're talking like a 6-week collapse that something like you just don't see very often. And I think they smell it. I think they feel it. I think the deadline they made all the right moves to get better.
Would you take the interim tag off of him or no?
You got it right. You got to give him next year.
I'm saying right now, would you take the interim tag off of him today?
Yes. Yes. Now they're probably going to wait till the end of the season just to be safe. But like he's got to be back next year. Like they make the playoffs, he's got to be back next year.
I mean, unless they totally throw up on themselves,
right?
And don't make the playoffs.
They probably want to see how September goes. But if they get in the playoffs, Robbie T has to be back. No questions asked. He has to be back. And I think they see that. So I expect that to happen because I expect them to make the playoffs. How can you not?
How can you not?
All right. That's all I got.
We'll do our predictions for the season and betting predictions and whatnot like a week or two.
Yes. Agreed.
All right. Sounds good.
Marques everywhere.
At Justin Emery Show on social media.
Brian Emery Pod everywhere. BrianEmeryShow.com for the merch. Check out our friends at Vans Jewelers, please. Keep going there and supporting them.
Bling, bling, bling.
New York Road. That's right. And until next time, you can be with us, you be against us, but never going to stop us. Late.